Alright, so I like to stack the figures up and do bulk reviews where I can get through the stack of toys, where I can put these toys on the shelf, where I can finally enjoy them. But when you get a figure, a character as cool as the Thing, Thing is basically one of my all-time favorite characters ever. Not just Marvel, but pretty much ever. He is on the top of my list. He's probably definitely the top of my list as far as Marvel goes. And that's why you're looking at two. I know you're thinking that that was like some trick camera stuff. No, it's not. There's actually two here. The reason why there's two here is because he comes with two heads, two sets of hands. He's the Thing, and it's not just another crappy Marvel Legends repaint. This is a piece of art. And I'm going to pull out all the other things like I always do, so you can kind of see the evolution of the Thing. Plus you can kind of see my Thing collection. You're going to see a lot of things. And you can be the judge if this is the best thing of all time. I'm pretty sure that it is. I have a couple other ones that I really like, but I don't think I like them as much as this one. So let's check them out. So here's the Thing standing right about 7 inches tall. I pulled them both out. I got the teeth face, the other pouty face, whatever, the beaker face, whatever face that is that you want to call it. One with the fisted hands, one with the grabby hands. We'll go ahead and check this one out first. First off, the fisted hands are way too small. Like that just, I mean, this hand looks giant, massive, really cool. It doesn't bother me because it's the Thing. He's still awesome. This is going to be a really positive review. Just probably, I don't do them very often, but come on, guys, it's the Thing. I'm sure you guys already have this. This is basically just my opinion of it. If you don't have it, God, I guess you don't like good action figures. So normally I complain when they do these Walgreens exclusives because it's like a rip-off because we don't get like a build-a-piece and then all you get is a figure. And I always kind of feel like I get ripped off when they do that. Not this time. Because this time, you get this amazing Thing action figure. Go ahead and show you some of the details. Blue eyes. The teeth are painted perfect. The rock is amazing. The articulation on this, I normally don't do that, but since it's the Thing, why not? Head is on a ball, pops off really easy. It's been doing that on both of them. It just, I don't know. It's not just one of them, and it's actually both of them. So I can't say it's just mine, because yours probably do it too. The ab crunch, I love that. That's my favorite ab crunch. It doesn't move a lot, but it moves enough for me. Turns at the waist. I don't really care for that too much because it looks like that when you turn it, and I'm not going to display my Thing like that. The shoulders on a ball, really well done. They sculpted everything here, so it's not like you move it out and then you got some stuff that isn't sculpted. Single elbow, which I'm really glad they did, but I'm sure a lot of guys are not, because it looks clean and there's no pin there. Same articulation on the hands, but the fisted hands kind of suck. Balls here at the thighs, did a really good job with that. I normally hate the thigh cut, but when you put shorts on them, boom, that, yes, action figure articulation perfection. They got pinholes in the knee. It'd be nice if they would evolve like Mattel and a million other companies and stop doing pinholes. This is an amazing action figure. Don't ruin it by putting holes in here. There's other ways around it. You can do it. Please do it. It's the Thing, so I'm going to go ahead and overlook it. If you bend the knee, you see that everything is sculpted underneath, so no matter how you pose him, he's going to look really good. God, this is a great action figure. You got this big hinge thing here that isn't really painted right or sculpted right, but you know, just pose it right and it's the Thing and it will be fine. It does move here. Has an ankle pivot. There he is. Go ahead and take a 360 look at this thing. He's really amazing. Nice big butt, rocky butt on him. Man, you can actually like see like rocks under his shorts. I wonder if you can see a big rock in the front. Sorry, ladies, no big rock in the front. There he is. I'm going to pull out all the other things for a comparison. He's the Thing. God, it's like one of the best action figure Marvel Legends has ever did. Let's check out the other ones. So here's the 6-inch Things. Speaking of 6-inch Things, I really wish I had a 6-inch Thing, and I'm sure that my wife probably wished I had a 6-inch Thing. as well. But hey, I got a bunch of these 6-inch things, and I guess that's good enough. Kind of have to settle for that. So this is the reason why I didn't do a bulk review, because I have so many damn things, and a lot of these are really good toys. Some of them are not so good, but they're still the thing. And we're going to go through them one by one just because you deserve to see them. Back in the day, toys used to come with accessories. This is a car. You could like open it. The thing could crush it. Torched. I mean, it's whatever. I wish toys came with accessories these days. Then this other one came with this engine. It kind of makes a sound. No big deal, but it's cool. You know, I'll take it. It's a little throw-in. That's always kind of nice. And then you have the thing in the spacesuit. And back in the day, when kids used to play with action figures and not electronics and video games and themselves, action figures used to have actions. And the reason for that is because adults didn't really collect toys as much as we do now. And to sell an action figure, if the toy didn't do something, the kids really weren't that interested in it. Or it would make it more interesting to a kid if it could actually do something. So here you have the thing. He turns into Ben Grimm. This is a must-buy. It's the only Ben Grimm that you can buy. It'd be nice if they made a Ben Grimm that wasn't in a spacesuit, but it's still a really cool action figure with an action. I think he used to like make sound and other stuff too, but all the batteries are dead in this stuff, and I don't even really know where the button is to push. So there's Ben Grimm. Definitely pretty cool. Here's an old thing. He's basically the same as this thing, except for one's really dirty. One has a white belt, one has a black belt. And then he did like some weird reverse butterfly joint on the back, which doesn't really work, but they were trying lots of cool new stuff back in the day to try to be, you know, cutting edge action figures. Because this is when they kind of got rid of the action to the action figure, because adults started buying them instead of kids. So they got rid of actions and they started putting on way too much articulation, and they didn't care how bad it made the action figure look. So here's these two. These two are easily to pass on, but I like my thing collection to be complete, so that's not really an option for me. We already looked at these two. We'll get these two out of the way. This one I thought was really cool. He's kind of short. I just really like the design of this thing. The joints on this thing are weird on the elbow. I know mine's got like fuzz and dust and all kinds of cool stuff on them. The articulation is no big deal, but he is a really cool action figure. This thing definitely holds up the test of time. I think that, you know, the design of him is cool. He's just a cool thing figure. You might want to check this out on eBay, see what he's going for if you feel like having another thing in your collection. Then you have this one, which this is like the end-all be-all thing for a minute. I thought this thing was amazing. They did a really good job of making a thing figure. He's got finger articulation, which you don't see that very often. Toe articulation, which would be nice if the new one had toe articulation, because you could get him in a lot more poses. And bam, look at there. It looks like we're going to have an action for an action figure. Let's see what he does. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know. Let's see what he can really do here. Just, you know, kind of... So, yeah, this thing, well, I'm sure you kids at home knows what the thing's doing here. Pretty cool. So that alone makes this a must-buy. You might want to check him out on eBay as well. And then you have a couple movie things. I was so excited for a Fantastic Four movie. I gotta be honest, I was just happy to see the Fantastic Four. I never did see the last one where they did a Black Human Torch. I boycotted that movie. I've never seen it. I refused to see it. Everybody told me how horrible it was, and that was the one time that I actually believed them. This thing used to make sound. The batteries are dead, so now all it does is kind of go back and forth, and I don't know. He did something cool, but I can't remember. This toy is really old. If you want a cool movie thing, this one's kind of cool, but I think this one's a little bit cooler, so you might want to get this one instead of that one. Does this one have an action? He sure does. He's got a big, giant, ugly button on his back. But, oh, wow. You got two things that can jerk off. So I guess you got options there. You know, you don't have to be stuck with one. Or you could get them both and have a thing circle jerk. That might be kind of fun. You know, just throwing it out there. Then you have this thing. I don't know if he came with this Mr. Fantastic or not. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Doesn't look like he has an action. He does have lots of dust and lint on him. That's just hard to avoid, guys. You know that. But you pose him up like this with Mr. Fantastic on it. Got a scene right out of the movie. That thing definitely looks pretty cool. And that's a really good movie thing if you haven't got one yet. I can't wait till they start making Fantastic Four movies again because I could use another one. Then you have this thing looked really off to me. I never really dug it, but it came with an air cycle. Plus it's the thing, the mouth on that thing is just weird how he doesn't have any upper teeth. It's a thing. It's not horrible. Looks like his original sculpt though, and I'll take it. Then this was like my favorite thing for a minute. I thought he was really cool even though his head looked really tiny and kind of off. But I love the bright orange. I thought they did a really good job at the time. I still love this toy and I'm happy to have it in my collection. You know what? It's just a thing. I'm kind of happy to have all of them in my collection. Then you have this one. This is also a movie thing, but he comes with a hat, sunglasses, and a coat. And yes, you can put this coat on the new one if you choose to. I don't know. That could be a possible option. Then you have another comic book one with another jacket and a hat, glasses. I mean, that's just cool. The hands are really weird. They got like wire in them, and they're just weird. But it's the thing. It's not a horrible toy, and I like it. Then we have the House of M thing. What can you say? This thing is just badass. He's got a black Speedo on. He's got a pretty pouty face on. Man, he's a cool toy. One-off, original sculpt. Like with a thing, that's definitely where they spend their money. Because when they make a thing figure, it's pretty much only good for the thing. And I don't mind buying a lot of things. Then you have the Marvel Select one. This was my all-time be-all favorite until the new one came out. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. Alright. So this one was my favorite, hands down. Now this one is definitely my favorite. I love it. Marvel Legends, you guys killed it. For once. I guess you do every now and then. But you really killed it on this one. This is one of the best figures you've ever did. That thing is truly amazing. Marvel Select, I still love you guys. That thing, really nice. Still one of my favorite ones. I'm going to put this one with the new Fantastic Four team, which I'll just put that up on the shelf and show you a picture up there because so many people have already did that already. I'll do that. That's the thing collection. I'll put a bunch of pictures for you can actually have a second to actually check these things out one at a time. And like always, guys, thanks for watching.